I am the collector of encounters. I am here to collect creepy encounters. Tonight's encounter comes from a small roadside motel, a place where guests check in and sometimes discover they are not alone. Let's hear from the manager of the Spring Valley Inn Motel.
My name is Cassandra, and I manage an extended stay motel. Some guests stay a few days, while others are here for weeks, or even months at a time. Originally, this place was a diner in the 1950s. Then, sometime in the 80s, an addition was built onto the back, creating the room section of the motel. The old diner area eventually became the live-in manager's space. Not much remains of what it once was, but the tile floor and the big windows from the diner are still there. I've worked here and lived here for almost 10 years now. I know every room, every hallway, every corner of this place, inside and out. Over the years, I've had my fair share of strange events happen. Some problems come from challenging guests. Others come from our more permanent residents. Okay, I'm just going to say it right up front. The Spring Valley Inn is haunted. And I'm not talking about a random ghost sighting here or there. I've had encounters all over this property. Some rooms seem to have more activity than others, and it's not just me. Friends, family, and many past and current guests have experienced things they simply couldn't explain. I have plenty of stories to tell. Some are more intense than others, but I thought I'd start at the beginning, with my very first encounter at the Spring Valley Inn. I wasn't always in charge of this place. I started off as a guest. The lease on my old apartment was ending, and my 2 young sons and I needed a place to live, temporarily. Most extended stay hotels in my area were full. Luckily, the Spring Valley Inn had a room available. It was a small standard room, 2 beds, a bathroom, and a mini fridge. It was okay for a week or so, but my energetic boys and I needed more space. That's when room 13 became available. Yep, room 13. I remember laughing a little when the manager told me. Hotels usually skip that number, but not here. At the time, it didn't bother me at all. I was just happy to have more space. The room was almost twice the size of the one we started in. There was a small kitchenette and a separate area for the beds, which helped a lot with my lively boys. But the best part of the room was the bathroom. It had once been the ladies' restroom from the old diner. At some point, they added a bathtub, but the layout still gave away its past. The morning I moved our personal items to room 13, I brought the boys to daycare, making it easier for me to relocate our stuff to the new room. I was in the bathroom, putting away towels and toothbrushes, when something caught my eye in the reflection of the mirror. I looked up and saw a little boy's head, peeking into the bathroom. My boys have blonde hair. The boy I saw was smaller and had brown hair. He was wearing corduroy overalls and a striped shirt. He was holding something, a teddy bear. He looked up, and we briefly made eye contact. He became surprised and pulled his head back around the corner. I was like, "What the heck?" I immediately came out of the bathroom and checked the direction he went. No one was there, and the door to the room was still closed. I ran outside and around the building looking for him. I was worried about such a young child being alone, but I didn't find anyone. So I walked over to speak with the manager, Patricia. When I asked if any other families with children were staying at the motel, she gave me a strange look and asked what the child looked like. After I described him, Patricia smiled. "Oh," she said, "you met Max." She gave a little laugh. "Not everyone gets to meet Max." Then she added, "You'll probably see him again." At the time, I thought Patricia was joking, but I would eventually learn something about the Spring Valley Inn. When people say they've seen Max, it usually means he wanted them to. So, that was the first time I saw Max. But it definitely wasn't the last. And he wasn't the only spirit I would meet. Don't believe me? Come, check in. Stay the night. I'll have a room ready for you.
A curious encounter indeed. A quiet motel, room 13, and a child who may never have checked out. Now, to collect my fee, the collector of encounters is always listening. So, dear listener, tell me your story.